motherfucker, that's where I stay.
On the south side, we stay paid, motherfucker.
Hey, what's the word, everybody? It's your boy ET here, Enough Talk Podcast, bringing y'all another special guest. TheRealKreshai.
Yes, you said it right.
Yeah.
You said it right. Yes,
Yeah.
it's TheRealKreshai.
Yeah, we was off camera before we started. You see, I
Right,
asked.
it's not TheRealKreshai.
Yeah.
I know that's what it looked like, but
Yeah.
it's Kreshai. Okay?
Yeah. Hey.
I'm gonna put it on the shirt with the right spelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
My
I'm doing.
name,
With the
you know what I'm
apostrophe
saying?
big.
Yeah.
Kreshai. Okay.
Okay, yes. So got that name. Got that part solidified for the people y'all know. Kreshai, TheRealKreshai.
TheRealKreshai.
Yes. Okay, so you want to let them know where you're from?
So I am born and raised in Houston.
Okay.
Which is crazy because most people in Houston not from Houston at this point.
Facts.
But yeah, I'm a native.
Okay.
So I love it here.
What side of town in Houston, like you?
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you. So I'll be claiming Mo City.
Yeah.
But that's not where I'm from. So I was actually born in like Harlem Clark.
Okay.
But I was raised, I lived on West Airport for a long time. So I was raised on the West. But I did like live a large part of my life from middle school to adulthood in Fresno.
Okay.
But Fresno around the corner from the mall.
Yeah.
So it's like, people like, where you from? I'm like, Mo City. I'm not gonna say Fresno. When people say Fresno,
weird.
It's like Fresno.
Are you able to say Fort Bend type shit?
Right, like but then it's like, they got Mo City, and then they got Missouri City.
Correct.
So when I say I'm from Mo City, be like, oh, you from Briargate? No.
Like there.
Like no, like Core Valley, no.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm from Teal Run. That's Missouri City. That's not even Missouri City. And it's like, so you saying I'm from more the bougier side, I guess? So
basically.
So I guess
Yeah.
I lived in Fresno. Okay, I lived in Fresno.
Yeah, we had a house. My mom had a house out there when like boys was in high school. Probably like 2007 or 8. We had a house out there, Tier 1.
You was in high school then?
Yeah, but
How old are you?
Who, me? Oh, I'm finna be 33.
Okay, that's not that bad.
Yeah.
Dang, we know.
Yeah.
I was bad. So my high school years a little messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like, I got a little experience of Tear and Run, Fresno area.
Yeah, see, because I went to Htown.
Yeah, the school right there off the highway.
But I got kicked out. So I ended up graduating from Elkins down the street. But, yeah, so.
Yeah. Nah,
it's not that bad.
We just had a house out there. We didn't stay out there. I didn't go to school out there, though. I stayed straight A-Leaf all the way.
Oh, so what school you went to?
Hastings, graduated. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Heck yeah. So, what can you say growing up in the Dub area, like the South, Missouri City, Mo City type area? What can you say that it taught you growing up in?
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't realize that I might be like, you ever heard the term boughetto?
Okay.
Like little bougie, but little ghetto. I didn't realize that I fall into that category until I got older. As in like there's certain part of Houston I didn't explore until I started exploring on my own. Okay. Like my family never just drove to Greenspoint. Or we never just drove to Scott. Like that was just not common, for us. So it was like I didn't realize that I was missing out on a whole part of living in Houston. You
sound like you was more in the house or like you was outside type? I
was outside, but that's where the boughetto come in. As in like I only explored Highway 6, Pearland.
Okay. Yeah.
I stayed within my Missouri City range. Like I didn't go too far. I was in Siena. And like everything in that area, you kind of don't have to leave.
Yeah, facts.
So it was like I never experienced the other part of Houston. So when I got to like college and I started realizing like, oh man, I think I might be a little bougie. Yeah. Because I never actually like experienced I didn't know what was considered the hood.
Yeah.
So it's like for a while you could be like, girl, I'm finna go to Third Water. I'm like, that's the hood. But now it's like, okay, bro, that's not the hood. Yeah. Like, all right, Kreshai, you're pushing it. But it's like when I was younger,
at that time,
anything that wasn't on Highway 6, Missouri City, Stafford, Pearland, Sugarland, Richmond was the hood to me. Yeah. So I would say that's what I learned, like living in Missouri City.
Yeah.
I would say as I learned to like branch off, I started to realize, okay, girl, you might be a little bougie.
Yeah.
But
Cause it's a high end, you know that it's a suburb, but like a ghetto side of Sugarland.
yeah,
You know, cause Sugarland for sure suburb.
right, and it's
I
like
haven't heard of
Till
hood
Run is
listen.
like middle
Yeah,
class suburban.
guaranteed.
But it was also because we came from the West, so it's like we went from being little. Because when we first moved to Till Run, me and my sister were the two ghetto girls in the neighborhood. So we had to adapt quick.
Yeah.
So once we adapt, it was like, okay, I like this. Okay, everybody over here dressed like this. This what they do. Cool.
Cause
Then when
the
I
schools
started,
is hood for sure.
right?
Like,
But when I started branching off, I realized like, okay, my area bougie. Like they wear this. This was how they dress. They got on True Religion, everything. They got to have the newest Jordan every day. But then I'm going into life realizing they still wear Converse over here.
City trend shopping.
Right. I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me go adapt to everybody. And like, let me go figure this out, basically. So
yeah. Okay. So we can say like, can you give me a little brief of like how was it mentally growing up high school? Like, what can I say? Any insecurities? Any like motherfuckers trying to bully? Any like issues or fights?
High school, I'm not even gonna lie, school period was terrible for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I was labeled a bully. But I'm gonna be honest, I feel like people who get labeled a bully the most likely are the people that were bullied and finally decided to retaliate.
Yeah.
But because I'm bigger or
Of course,
now I look bad, but it's like, is it okay for you to walk around calling me big all the time because you're smaller than me? And now I can't do nothing about it because I'm bigger than you. So I was labeled a bully. But truthfully, I had a lot of insecurities in school. Literally. I ain't gonna lie, school kind of sucked. Like, I feel like I never fit in because it was like before social media.
For sure.
Because social media, oh my God, that's a different ballgame. But it was like before social media, you literally only could go off of the people around you and how they felt.
Yeah.
And when you in enclosed spaces, them opinions matter a lot. It's like they really don't matter, but I'm here with you every day. I'm at school more than I'm at home. So it's like, I'm hearing things, I'm believing them. So it's like, I definitely went through a lot of different things. I definitely feel like I was overweight and all those different. So I kind of had friends, but not really. It was like at the time I had friends. Now that I'm old, I realized a lot of those friendships were based on how I countered what I was going through.
Okay. And how they benefited from you or being around you.
Because I've always been funny.
Yeah.
So funny's always been my redirection, my outlet. Like if I'm awkward, I'll probably make a joke. Yeah. Because I don't know how to just walk up and say hi. Like that's just me. So I feel like a lot of times I always use my personality to get through how I felt. So it's like
like it was that type of aura shield of what I could say relating to the rest of the circle.
Facts, because I used to beat people to the punch. If you gonna make a fat joke, I'm gonna make one.
That's what I'm saying. Or we getting on our own gas. Because I ain't gonna lie, for me, I had insecurities in school because I was the shortest, like one of the top 3 shortest ones. Like my growth spurt hit probably like 12th grade or even after high school. Huh?
It hit.
Yeah. Hey, I'm getting that still though.
I'm just saying, like, okay.
But around that time, he'd see you feeling like, damn, I'm shortest dude. Probably ain't just that attractive or whatever type girls. Most girls either average height or taller than me. You know what I'm saying? So shit like, school insecurity was real. You know what I'm saying? Of not trying to fit in, but trying to find yourself.
Right, and you don't know who you are.
Yeah.
So it's like, at some point, your whole identity is based on your friend group. Like you really don't know nothing about yourself. You trying to figure it out. And I would say that played a huge part because I'm also in the LGBT community. And in high school, that played a big part. Yeah. Like it was like at one point all my friends was in the LGBT community. Okay. So it was like I got to sit back and like, do I really like girls? Yeah.
Or is it just because
or it's because all my friends talk to
Surrounded.
girls and I'm just around girls all the time. Like,
Yeah.
I gotta really go back and forth, you know? So it was like, and that made it harder too, because it's like, dang, I'm big and I might be gay. Oh man, what am I gonna do? It's like, it was only certain avenues you could take for real. Then, you know, you got sports. And it's like, some people go to sports. Like, most of the gay girls play basketball. And that's what everybody assume. But it's like, maybe that's the only way they feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
with
so
the shorts, you know, the jersey.
right, it's the only time they get to be themselves for real. So it's like, maybe that's the only time. It's like, you go through different phases for real. So I feel like I've definitely went through those phases. But I do self-reflect a lot. And I feel like they've definitely, I think about a lot of things I went through and I'll be like, dang, all of that definitely made me who I am today.
Guarantee.
Like, it definitely played a big part in why I'm this way.
Yeah, guarantee. Okay, so that's growing up experiences and, you know, your mental. So when did it come down to where you got involved in entertainment, the ENT industry?
Honestly, I'm not going to lie. I definitely feel like God has a way of showing you things in the most random ways. Honestly, if you ask me, my whole career was an accident. And I'm not going to say it was an accident, but it was like, it wasn't my actual plan. It wasn't what I saw myself doing. Like I said, I grew up low-key depressed all the time. So in my head, I feel like I'd never be nobody.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
You know, like I really feel like, nah, I'm just going to always be in the background. You know, that was me. So it was like, honestly, it was like about 10 years ago, almost 10 years ago. I lost my job, basically. I lost my job. And I always was a good cook.
Okay.
So I used to cook for the family. Like, I basically been cooking my whole life.
Okay.
So my mom was like, maybe I should sell plates.
Yeah,
like, literally.
Plate selling.
And I'm like, okay, maybe I should try it. So I just started posting. And then started doing that. And it was doing well. So I'm like, okay, cool. I can work for myself. Let me go ahead and officiate it. So I came up with a business name, started actually like making it professional. And then I got invited to cook at a club, like in front of the club. Okay. For some well, he's a big promoter now, but he used to be like a local promoter. World's most hated. World's most hated promoter. His name is Will.
Will, okay.
He'd be like, see his face. I'm like, he'd be over a lot of big clubs. Okay. His promo team is the In Crowd.
I heard of that before.
Right, I was gonna say, I know it's the In Crowd and Goodfellas. I know that.
Yeah, Goodfellas for sure.
Right, but it's the In Crowd. Yeah. So I was just like, he told me like, come cook in front of his club, and I'm like, cool. Never did it before though.
What side of town was this on? If you don't mind me asking.
The club was Therapy. It was on Washington Avenue.
Okay, so like Midtown type.
Yeah.
Close to Third Ward or something.
Right. Yeah, and I'm like, I've never done this before.
Okay.
So I barely know this side of town because, as you know, I never drove over here. Yeah. So I'm just trying to branch out. So I told him like, okay, I can do it, but I'm like, I don't really have a table. I got to get all these things. So he was like, nah, I'll buy you a table. And he bought the table, and I just had to get racks and stuff. So I did that. I came out there, I sold plates, it did well. So then I started selling plates there every weekend. Often, yeah. Well, every Thursday, because it was like every Thursday. And as I didn't realize that this was like one of his first big clubs too. So he was growing as I'm now growing too. Yeah. So it's like he started getting local celebrities and YouTubers to come to his club. So when I would see them, because I used to party in the club, and then at 1 o'clock I disappear and go outside and set up my table. Okay. You know?
Right after selling, right after they leaving.
Yeah, like catch everybody as they walking out the club. So, you know, everybody drunk by that time. And I used to just see like the YouTubers, and I would just stop them and be like, hey, come get a plate. It's free. I just want you to try it. And I would just record them. And I ended up meeting Chris Sales and Parker McKenna. Okay. Katie from My Wife and Kids.
No, not the Parker, the last name. I don't remember.
Katie, okay, you remember My Wife and Kids, the show? Okay. The little girl?
The light skin, the baby.
Yeah, Katie.
Okay.
Yeah, her. That's Parker McKenna.
And she ended up coming.
Yeah, they all grown up, right. That's so fire. Now I grew up watching those shows because, you know, old, you know, I'm 31. You know, you said your age, I can say. Yeah. I'm 31. It's okay. So So I'm like just happy to see them. So I'm like, yeah, of course I'm gonna give y'all plates.
Yeah.
They end up really loving the food. They basically them calling me next day, and I end up becoming their chef. But Chriselle's a big YouTuber, so as I'm cooking for him, I'm in their videos. I just add my commentary. So I just started seeing. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go watch the videos. I see the comments. People will say, oh, she's funny, blah blah, all these different things. So it just kind of like I got introduced to it. But then it was like I started cooking for Wildin' Out people. I started cooking for Just Hilarious. I cooked for DC on Fly. I cooked for a lot of different people. So it was like I'm around comedy and I feel like I'm funny. Like I enjoy this.
You can relate to these people spiritually because you naturally got this humor.
And it's like I'm just cooking and being myself because of course I'm around you for a while. I'll eventually open up. So I'm being myself and they're just like, oh, well, you're funny, blah blah blah. So honestly, I really just I got popular as a celebrity chef, like cooking, and that's what I got popular for. So I was just doing that for a few years, and I was doing great at it. And then, I ended up getting close to Big Jazz. Big Jazz.
Yeah, I'm familiar with her.
Yes, I actually found out. We ended up finding out like kind of that we were kind of like related in a way. So like
that's fire.
Right. So we ended up getting really close, and she did skits. So I started being around her all the time, doing skits and stuff with her.
How to get this skit experience on your own outside of cooking.
Right. So it was like now I'm actually learning.
Yeah.
And then she did like BBW influence and she did modeling. She did all these things that I now do. So it was like I'm now learning. And then it was like one day there was like Runic and Funny Mike was doing like a bikini smasher pass.
Okay.
And she was supposed to go, and I think she wasn't feeling well, so she asked me to go. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just go. But I've never did like a big YouTube video before. Yeah. So this was my first time ever doing it, and it was like I'm doing it because I know who these people are, and I'm like, okay, this is a big opportunity. But I'm really scared because at that time I wasn't the most confident. I wasn't really comfortable with my body. So
your first experience. And
it's a bikini smasher pass in front of all these big people. And I've already had these insecurities my whole life. So it's like, because even with my catering company, for a long time I wasn't the face of my own company. I would cook and my ex-girlfriend at the time would do all the deliveries. But then me and her ended up breaking up and it went bad and everybody at the club was so supportive and it was like, okay, now I just... So that's honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like that played a big part in my confidence too, because it was like, they say things that hurt you before a reason. If she would never did what she did and we would never end their relationship, I probably would have never had to face talking to people. So I used to really like not talk to people. I used to really be like the person that had energy at home, but if you ain't know me, you never see it. For sure. So it's like I do look at myself today and be like, Jesus, I don't know how this happened, but it happened.
Because other than that, you fucks with the world, but you're skeptical on the world.
Right. Yeah. So it's like, okay, I did the bikini smasher pass, and basically I was like, look, I'm the only plus size girl here. I'm in a bikini. I'm like, look, then
you finna be a target.
What? So I just decided to roast everybody down the line.
Oh God!
Literally, I just went down the line, and the whole time they was talking, I could see them looking at me. So I'm like, dang, they really preparing to try to get on me. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm just staring at everybody. I'm finding things I could say about each person. And when I went down the line, I just roasted everybody. And literally, like when they posted the video, 2 days later, I ended up waking up to like viral clips on TikTok of my part. So it was like, okay.
Can you give us a timestamp? How long? When was this?
This was in like
what year?
2020 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, 2020, 2021 time.
Okay, yeah. Because I saw messages back then. We've been paying attention to you since like 2022.
Yeah, and I think that's around the time that I started. Because at that once that video did what it did, I started doing like I got put in more skits. Like that's what Funny Mike was like, okay, I can do skits. So I started doing skits with Jay Slutty, and I started just being in their videos. Yeah. And then I started getting invited to other YouTubers' videos, and everybody was like, it was just like, okay, we want you to come do what you do. So I just started just basically being a roaster at everybody's video. And I had this one clip go viral in King Sid's video, and honestly, I hate it. I hate the clip because it went... I didn't know there was a such thing as being like super viral. Like I know you can go viral, but super viral.
Historical classic viral.
Different level. Yeah. It's something that like people will never forget. Yeah, no. And it's like that video. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you've seen it. It's the I Ain't That Strong video. Whenever you find it, you gotta put it in this.
Guaranteed.
But it's basically, I walk up to this dude and I'm like, "You look like you kind of strong. Look like you can pick me up."
Oh, I think.
And he say, "I ain't that strong," and then it cuts to everybody laughing. I hate the video because that was just me being me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the type of person, I know I'm a big girl. I already know you're gonna say somebody, so I'm like, yeah. So I started doing this thing where I'm like, pick me up.
Mm-hmm.
Pick me up. Since you about to say so much, let's see how strong you are. Pick me up. So I walked up to a dude, his name was like Wuda, and I said that, and he said, "I ain't that strong," and it was funny, but I didn't think, the internet, I didn't think it was gonna be like, oh, let's crop this part and put people laughing behind it and make it this funny meme. And when I say I've seen that video, it's been a weight loss advertisement videos. It's been, I've seen it everywhere. And I'm like, okay. And it's like so many people send it to me when they see it. I'll be like,
yeah.
I didn't know it was one of them, but it's on like every funny Instagram page I can come across. I eventually see the video. Damn. And I'm like, well, if only people knew it was me, But I did, when you go viral, you're supposed to like counter it. Mm-hmm. So I started doing videos where I was basically asking people to pick me up everywhere I go. I had people come up to me like, "Oh my God, I can pick you up."
Yeah, people start creating their challenges.
Right. So I started doing it, it's just, it's not like the Uber, the Dank Dumas situation. Like, it ain't like, everybody said Houston YouTuber, So I was like, but
At this time, how is your mental and how is your feeling towards the entertainment industry? Since you didn't basically just hopped in the pool, you know what I'm saying? You basically cannonballed up in there. How you feeling towards all of this?
Honestly, I feel like I got a love-hate with it. And I feel like a lot of people got a love-hate with me. So, yes, because I hopped in the way I hopped in, I started my catering business in 2016. So basically, I've been on the entrepreneur rise since 2016. And yes, it's elevated. It went from chef to creator to now influencer. It's elevated. But I think how I elevated ruffled a lot of feathers. Because I'm smart. I'm one of those people you don't have to tell me what to do. I'm the person, if I sit in a room with you long enough and I watch you do it, I'm going to figure it out. Yeah. So a lot of people don't have that. And I feel like that's helped me in a lot of ways. Like, I feel like I do have connections in every avenue because I've technically done multiple things. Experiences. Based off experiences. I can't help you. If I'm a genuine person, then it is what it is. But I don't gatekeep. I'm the type of person, if I have a good idea for you and I think this would be good for you, I'll call you and be like, I think you should do it. Yeah, because, at the end of the day, a lot of people struggle because they don't just have the resources. If I have the resources, then why not help? But I have been used before. It's like, I will say this industry, you can't be too genuine.
Thanks.
You can't be too nice.
Eat you up if you got a good heart.
And I think that I had to learn that the hard way. Yeah. When I came in, I wanted to help everybody. I wanted to be a part of everything. And I think that got me definitely used and abused a lot. And I think now that's where I'm at. Like, even 2024 was a hard year. 2024... low key, honestly, was one of my hardest years. And I think that's because once you realize who you are and what you want to do, and you start working towards that, then that's when things start to affect you more. That's when your
challenges.
That's when people start developing depression and stuff, because it's like, now I know who I am. Now I know what I want. I just can't get there. Versus when I didn't know and I was trying to figure it out, it's actually easier in that stage because anything could just detour you from somewhere you wasn't supposed to go. Now I know where I'm supposed to go. Now I'm just trying to figure out, how do I get there? And everything that coming your way creates obstacles. It creates challenges.
See if you're gonna get rid of habits or people.
And it just makes it hard because you do realize, people say it's lonely at the top, but honestly, it's lonely at the bottom. True, because if people around you don't get your vision, you basically still by yourself.
Guaranteed.
And honestly, like my mental right now, I'm a very transparent person. It's up and down.
Yeah.
And that's only because I'm fighting with who I am as a person. I'm a lover. I'm a giver. If I could help everybody, I would. But it's really hard when you are a good person and you're forced to not be a good person anymore. It messes with you because it's like now I have to treat people the way they treated me when I would never treat you this way. And it actually hurts me because I'm not that person.
Like you treat them how they treat themselves. When you understand that, you know what I'm saying, that's not for you at the moment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, heck yeah, though. That's super deep. And I guess, it sounds like now you got to get to you're in the firm stage. Just being firm with people, not trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Can't double back no more.
Facts.
Can't forgive people no more. It's kind of just like, you got to take everything for what it is. Because I'm not going to lie, I filmed a reality show. Because I'd also been on reality shows.
Yeah, we was going to get to those too.
And so my whole reality show got stolen, basically. And I was already battling with things, but I think that really like took my mental into a whole different.
Because that was your first play, your first project.
Right, my first project. And it was already a hard project.
Yeah.
Then the project, I think I have to blame myself. I blame myself is because sometimes when you want to do something and you want something to happen so bad, you ignore every red flag. And there were so many red flags. But it took me losing it to reflect on everything that happened, and I had to realize like, well, this happened, you didn't react. This happened, you didn't react. The production team that I chose to work with, everything in me would love to say names, but
they just bad business,
right? And it's like bad business, and just based on how I knew them. I fell off with other people, and they were connected to those people, and I felt like they would be genuine enough to still have a relationship with me separate to that.
Correct.
And I just started to realize like, okay, well, one thing in this industry, being a woman and working with men is hard because it's like the respect is so hard to get.
Yeah.
And for me, that plays a bigger part with the depression thing because it's like, I'm a plus size woman. So I'm not the most desired woman. So on top of me not being what every man would find appealing, I now have to bring something bigger to the table to be needed. And it makes it harder because it's like, I don't want to go get a BBL to get far in my career. But I understand why women do it because truthfully, we are living in a time where if you look a certain way, you will get more opportunities.
Into certain rooms and get access to certain stuff.
Even though you may not get no respect in that room, you still will get there.
The image and the appeal will sell.
It will sell. But what are you willing to lose for that? And me, I really want to be authentically me. I'm not opposed. Like, of course, I want to lose weight and I want to work on things, but I don't want to go and change myself and lose the person that I am to be appealing to something that I'm not.
Like you losing weight just to recognition.
Because truthfully, I already feel like I had to do that.
Yeah.
In high school, I wore hoodies and t-shirts every day and sweatpants. I really never cared. But then when I got into the content world, I was like, oh man, these girls dress up every day. They wear makeup every day. Like, okay, all right. So I had to go learn how to be more girly.
Yeah.
Like, it made me question. So I already done went through different phases being in this lifestyle. Like I've had to feel like I have to change myself.
Yeah, keep up your image.
Like it's like chasing the Kardashians. Basically, it's like these girls. I didn't realize that YouTubers cared about getting BBLs. We sit in front of cameras. Like I don't see the point, but it's like once everybody do it, it's like dang. Now I feel left out. Like so, I'm like, do I? No, but I'm not going to. And I think, in a way, that's part of the thing that separated me from a lot of people. Truthfully, now I really these days don't work with nobody. I just work with myself and I do my couples content. I do my own stuff. I even done stand up at some
Yeah.
point. I'm figuring out me. So it's like until I know exactly what I want to do for real, I can't be around people that's just as lost. Because unfortunately, everybody out here conforming to society is just as lost as me.
Mm-hmm.
If you knew what you wanted to do, you wouldn't be doing what they doing. You'll be doing what you want to do.
Facts.
So I can't do what they doing because I ain't getting nowhere. So now I'm figuring out me. And after the thing with the reality show happened,
Mm-hmm.
it put me in a really bad space. It did. I went into a deep depression. But the only thing is I'm not a quitter. So I've had different points in my content. Like points where I was posting every day, back to back to back to back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Then I probably post every other day, or then I won't post for a week. But I've never actually taken a break since I've started. Like the years that I've been doing it, I've never taken days off.
For real, you've been getting involved. Getting involved like a mud, from Jeff Shelley to Reese. I paid attention. You got involved in a movie, stand up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the but didn't you get involved with a reality show though before? Like, don't you have a?
Yeah. So I was on a show that was on Now That's TV called Dollhouse University.
Okay.
It was by Kiana J. She's a YouTuber.
Yeah.
And I was on Dollhouse, and it was basically like YouTube version of Bad Girls Club.
Yeah.
So when I did that show, we had no idea that the show was gonna end up on Now That's TV. That wasn't the plan. It was supposed to be on YouTube, but it did really well. Yeah. So it got picked up. I would honestly say reality TV changes your image overnight. People don't understand, like, and that's the thing that made like finding my lane a little hard, because it's like, wow, I'm going from a chef to a potential YouTuber to doing skits to now I'm fighting on TV. Yeah. Like now I can imagine, like, how would DC Young Fly feel seeing his chef fighting on TV? Like now I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do. Yeah. Because that was supposed to go on YouTube. It was supposed to be YouTube content to go with the fact that I do YouTube, you know? Yeah. You know, certain lanes, you can do certain things, but once you cross into another lane, it changes every perspective. So doing reality TV is what made me really up my image. What made me really like, okay, I didn't ask to be a role model to big girls. But all the big girls that watched me, this is how they feel now. Now I'm getting DMs on stuff I never even thought mattered to me. So now, okay, let me start posting motivational messages. Let me work on my own confidence. Let me build myself up to be more of what I'm now expected to be. Yeah. You know? And that's basically what happened. And it was like, I was still going through things. I was in a terrible relationship at that time. And it was just different things going on with me. I had fell off with all the people I basically started with at one point. I was trying to figure out my own content, my own lane. But I'm like, this could be my introduction to getting my YouTube off the ground. Because I have been basically trying to do YouTube for like 6 years, off and on, but try different things. It wasn't working. Yeah, I'm trying to see. So now I'm on somebody else's YouTube show. This will help me like boost myself. So yeah, I already know people think I'm funny. I've already done a couple YouTube videos. These people like me. Let me just do what I do, you know? Yeah. So it ended up doing well for me. And it ended up really boosting the comedy thing because I was genuinely myself on the show. I ended up doing a second show, which was a dating show. Which, most of these shows be a little scripted, okay? As in, everybody know I like girls. It was a dating show for a guy. Yeah. You know? But they wanted me on the show because of who I am and they know I'm going to be funny. Yeah. Cool. But it was awkward for me. Like, I mean, I'm here. We in the house about a week and I'm making it happen. But all I know is like it's cringe. Like I want to rub on them. I don't really want to rub on you. Yeah, but I'm here doing my part, you know. And then he was more into, man, his show was athletic. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all go on YouTube, y'all should watch Prime Pick. Just to see me play football in 100-degree weather. Cause at some points he really just had the game real messed up. Yeah. Like what? You asked me to come here and be comic relief. This is not funny. You know, but it was, I will say, his show was more fun. Because I don't know a lot of big girls that are athletic that that want to be active. That's a hard thing for me. I be trying to find big girls to go bike riding and stuff with.
Yeah.
Like, I'm athletic.
Yeah.
I do stuff. I play basketball. I play
You're
powder puff
really
football.
into the activities.
Yeah. I feel like but I also learned I'm not really that big for a big girl.
Yeah.
I learned that by accident. Because I spent my whole life thinking I was so fat. Oh my God. Like, I literally did. And then started meeting other big girls. And I'd be like,
yeah.
Dang. I really low-key built like SpongeBob. Like, low-key, I don't have no body. I be meeting big girls and it be like slim. Boom. And I be like, I'm the smallest big girl I know. And I'm out here trying to influence y'all to love y'allselves.
Yeah.
Y'all got more of y'allselves than me. Right, my point. But I did the dating show. It was fun. It was more athletic. We got the box. We got to play football. And it was like all of those things was helping me build my confidence too, because it was like now people were seeing me in a day-to-day. Like, they filming us waking up. They filming us going to sleep. Like, so now you seeing me outside of me getting dressed up every day. You're seeing me. But I ended up being like the star of the show. And I think it was more because of me being me. Mm-hmm. So it did help me get my YouTube and stuff off the ground. And it helped me like transition more into who I wanted to be. Mm-hmm. So I decided, okay, I'm going to just be me. So that's why I started calling myself TheRealKreshai. Because, I mean, I didn't really have a name. It was like...
for your brand.
Yeah, like what I'm calling myself. I'm me. So, the real me.
Nah, I feel that. And then, you know, a lot of people with the different names and all of that, with their brands and stuff, they hide and they hold and they become that brand and they lose their actual real self, their human self of who they are, being in that type of industry for sure. Like,
and I don't see the point, because I feel like when people do that, you already got in your mind that you didn't like who you was before.
Facts. You was already wanted to be.
I didn't like who I was before, but I wanted to like who I am. So why would I change it? Why not just better it? Work on it. You know, like, there's a lot of things about me that I really feel like I want to write books. I want to do a lot of things. I just feel like I'm a multi-talented person, and I feel like I got a lot to say. Like, I've even lately been thinking about starting my own podcast, but it wouldn't even be like interviews. It would be more like, I got a lot to say.
Yeah,
I want to talk about a lot of different things, and I just want people to come in. Like, I'm a intellectual person, but truthfully, in this world, the entertainment, just a bunch of idiots with camera. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I thought that like learning how to edit and all these things mean you got to be the smartest person. No, some people, there's a such thing as being smart in what you do.
Correct.
You got doctors that are good at brain surgery but have no common sense. So some of these are idiots with cameras. I feel like, and my age, you know, once I hit 30, man, that I think that hurt my content. Because the realization that I had once I hit 30, I can't even do the content I was doing before. Because now I feel like it was too childish.
Yeah, I'm about to say too underage, too childish, and young.
Like, when because it's like, I love working with like Funny Mike and Rooney, but when I think about type of content they do, and type of content, it is like when they ask me to do a video, it has to make sense for me now, because I can go do fake dating videos and stuff. But when I blew up with the I Ain't That Strong video, the dude Wooda, he actually was like, oh, let's go and do a blind date. You know, let's capitalize on it. I'm like, cool. We do the blind date and we just talking. Yeah. And I'm like, how old are you? He said 18.
Yeah. That's one thing.
Man.
This industry is
R. Kelly, young. I gotta go. Like, now, I gotta think about my age in this now. So it's like, it does play a part. Because most people around me are 20. Like, I got a lot of, I won't say they're not my friends. I still consider you my friend or whatever. But I got a lot of friends and associates that's under 25. So they be coming to me like, oh, I want to talk, and telling me stuff. And I'm like, girl, what? But then I realized, oh, wow, you 10 years younger than me for real. You never
experienced. This their first experience.
Right. So it's like, and then sometimes that affects the mental too, because it's like you got 19-year-olds with houses that I don't got. I feel like I started late in the game now. When you really think about it, it's like, dang. And y'all was doing this in high school. In high school, I was still trying to go to the club. I go to the little house party. and have fun every weekend.
We
I
was
wasn't trying to go
outside
record
partying
and
at
make
the
millions.
house or a skating ring, shit like that. for
Like
real.
they be making us feel like, dang, what we
Yeah.
doing wrong? But
Nah,
then
for real.
you got to think about the fact that yeah, they learn how to access it fast. But think about how many 25-year-olds then blew millions of dollars.
Thanks.
Instead, I mean, I'm trying to touch me. I probably didn't had a couple meals in my life, but I'm trying to have it in my bank account currently, saving, still there, ain't spent. You know, you don't know how many of them blew it because they don't know how to manage it because
Nah, for real.
they don't have guidance and
Facts.
parents nowadays, child. But I just started to make me feel old. Like
Yeah.
it's like I'm not old, but with what I do and seeing the fact that I'm like I can't do this no more, I can't do that no more. It limits that. Now I'm doing relationship content versus the fact that I was doing blind dates with little people at one point. I hadn't been in multiple relationships on YouTube. Now I'm in one relationship, and now we think about families. Unfortunately, kids pay on social media. You know, don't be a bad parent, but yeah, I'm like, dang, if I have a baby, I ain't got to collab with nobody. I could just record me and my baby every day.
No,
like
for real.
I don't have to go work with nobody no more. I record everything I do with my baby.
Did it.
Right. It's
You know,
like
him
I
and his
could really cross over, and it's like that's relationship content really does that. So
Yes.
that created a whole nother thing. Now it's like, but then losing my individuality scares me now because relationship content could blow up tomorrow, and I'm still grinding for me.
Yeah.
And it's like now it's this couple, and it's like I did stand up by myself for 5 years.
Yeah.
Like,
What about me?
don't forget,
Like, yeah.
you know. And it's because my current girlfriend, she didn't do content at all. So yeah, she did help me when I was struggling, trying to figure out like what should I do. But it's like now it kind of be like because they see her growth from the beginning. She was still shy in the beginning. Now she doing full pranks. So it's like now they loving her growth, and I'm like, damn, what do I have to do?
Yeah.
Because now I'm just like, okay, they love to see you prank me, but when I do pranks, it's like, oh, that's mean. What am I supposed to do now? Like,
yeah, because I ain't gonna lie. 2 of your contents that you post on Instagram with the prank, I was like, bruh. I think it's one in the car and one in the house.
Right.
I can't name verbatim what was going on, but I was like, damn.
I be feeling like I gotta top her now.
My mind first instinct was like, damn, why she do her like that?
But and that's also because in the eyes of my viewers, she hasn't been doing content as long.
She new to the world.
She
like
new to
the audience. So your universe, she's a new guest, a new person.
Right. So it's like, why would you do that? But it's like I'm supposed to just let her do vicious pranks to me back to back, and just because that's not how this go. Yeah. But also time also flies because it's like she's technically been doing content for a year and a half now. But you know, outside looking in, it probably still look like 6 months. You know, because time flies.
I'm not gonna lie.
You know, so
like a short time
because it don't look like I've been doing YouTube for about 6 years, but like I just got my 10K subscribers. You know, I just started getting monetized, but no, I've been trying for a long time. This is the most consistent I've ever been, though. I will say that, you know, because at one point it was like once a month.
Yeah.
Whenever I thought that's how you do it, I thought I could make $10,000 off
Just
one video.
What?
Yeah,
nah.
If you ever watch my YouTube, TheRealKreshai on YouTube, I'm honest. YouTubers be broke for real. Because I've been trying to figure it out. I'm trying to see how many thousand views I got to get to even afford a BBL. Because I know they getting them on payment plans. Ain't no way. Because I get at least, I would say my channel, I don't have the best view. You know, so I do like 50K views a month. Okay. 50K views a month. That's still not $500. Yeah. So y'all gotta get 50K views per video. Yes. But a lot of them be renting. Okay, they be renting. Hey, they be lying out here, and this is why I want to start a podcast. Yeah, because I want to say all the things that people don't say, and I feel like a lot of people don't like me already now. So why not? Let's ice the cake with it.
I'm not trying to bust people, bro. Bubble or just expose like the industry of their illusions. But as a person of me, like, you know, when doing like promoting and social media promoting and stuff, all the way to like trending and stuff. When Twitter came out, all of that, a lot of this stuff do be like rigged, and like how you even said, like a lot of stuff be skits, scripted and stuff,
Baby,
or
it's
whatever
an
type. It's an
illusion.
illusion like a
It's
motherfucker.
illusion.
So the instant wins are not instant. They are for sure filtered or template
Or they worked for it a
Yes.
long time.
for sure.
And they publicize the win, but they don't publicize the struggle. And me,
for sure.
that's why I feel like people don't understand. I'm okay with how I'm growing.
Yeah.
I do have moments where I'm like, oh my God, dang, I just want this one video to hit so
Mhm.
people can, But I'm okay with it because honestly, slow and steady wins the race.
Facts.
How many people, I call them Pop Tarts.
Yeah.
How many people have we seen pop about the blue,
Mm-hmm.
go viral, do well, have a year or two, and then disappear and you don't hear from them anymore?
Well, that's in all fields. That's from the chef to the cleaning to the decorator to
Literally.
the promoter to the podcast to the
They just
all that media
disappear.
and all. Yeah,
I would rather have longevity.
guaranteed.
Yes, I've had a lot of people tell me like, dang, you keep changing your career. I never changed my career.
At all.
Technically, I'm an entrepreneur. Everything I've done is working for me. I haven't changed my career.
Everything you've done has been the real Kresha.
Is
It's been your brand.
It's
so
been
that's
me.
all under the brand.
And so I publicize that. So I'm transparent with my
Yeah.
viewers. Like on my YouTube, I feel like that's where I'm the most transparent because I do vlogs. I vlog everything I do.
Mhm.
My health, going to the doctor because I'm also a diabetic.
Yeah.
So I go through things with that. I like to publicize the struggle because when I finally get there, yeah, I'm gonna act funny.
Yeah.
But I don't like because now I be seeing like from the celebrity standpoint, they're like,
Yeah.
oh, they got their money and they left.
Yeah.
As they should.
Guaranteed.
Why would I stay after I went through all of this with no support,
Guaranteed.
nobody to help me, figuring out on my own, depression, wanting to quit? Why would I stay and help y'all?
Mhm.
Y'all didn't even help me. So
Guaranteed.
I show the struggle. Cause what? Look, I be trying to tell my friends, like, people, I've mastered bartering. People
You
don't
wanna give them
understand.
the definition of that.
Bartering is trading.
Okay.
Basically trading service for service.
Yeah.
People don't understand that as a content creator, as an influencer, we live in a world where everything is based on followers, views,
Yeah.
and social media interaction.
Mhm.
Everybody wants followers.
Guaranteed.
Everybody wants clout. Use what you have. I only have 25K. Every place that I have went in this past month,
Mhm.
because you've probably been seeing, I've been going to
Yeah, you've been food
museums, food
reviewing.
reviewing,
Yeah.
free. Wanna know why? Because I messaged these companies, and it was crazy
You
about
could
it.
put
is
them on game now. There's some
because
game for y'all.
I tell my friends, I have friends with 100K, 400K,
broke as hell. I'm
broke,
sorry to
breaking
say
the
it,
bank
but
to go to the museum on a date for a 15-minute YouTube video when all you got to do is message them and say, hey, media kits, make one.
Man.
Send them your media kit. Hey, I get 100K views per video. Hey, I don't even get that. I have 25K, and some of my videos, I get my videos range from 1,000 to
Mhm.
100,000. You just never know. But because I have 25K, then I send my TikTok, and I tell them I post my stuff on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Because at the end of the day, I'm not at the point where I can afford to pay for everywhere I go. I don't make that much money on YouTube, so I'm not there
Yeah,
yet.
That's real
So
life.
I have to use what I have. I use my numbers. I have numbers. That's what I have. So
Mhm.
every place I've went has been free.
Yeah.
Zip lining, free. Like literally, I messaged them and said, hey, I want to come and do a review. Because now me and my girlfriend, we actually just made that part of our niche. We started doing food reviews. I cook. I'm a chef.
Mhm.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
We go on a lot of dates. Why not go on experience dates? So I
Mhm.
basically started doing experience reviews.
Yeah.
So I tell my friends, like, you could be a model. You can still go to the museum. You got 100K. Use that 100K. Go to the museum. Take a picture in every room.
Yeah.
Post it. But it be aesthetic. And then now, instead of talking about the review, talk about going there for aesthetic purposes. If your fans are here for your modeling,
Mhm.
make it appealing to them. But this is why, truthfully, I really, really feel if I knew how to be a social media marketer or some type of content manager, I would do it.
Mhm.
Because I really do be having good ideas.
Yeah.
And I really be giving these ideas out for free, but that's because I feel like I don't have enough support for people who will pay for it. And I'm not afraid to say that. I feel like if I post an ebook right now and say how to grow your Instagram, nobody's gonna buy it. That's how I really feel. I can make you feel like a lot of people bought it, but nobody's gonna buy it. That's how I feel. So, and I mean, and it's not to put myself down because people may buy it.
Yeah.
But I mean, like,
that's not your,
enough
you don't
to
think
make
your audience gonna gravitate to that,
right? Because that's not what I do.
Yeah.
But I've actually helped a lot of big people.
Yeah.
And I don't get the credit, and it's frustrating because all it takes for one person to say, "Yeah, Kreshai helped me run this campaign and it was successful,"
sure.
and boom, somebody could book me, and boom, I can add that to my list of things.
Right.
But I can't add that to my list of things off a whim. I can only go off myself. Yes, I've grown my own Instagram. When I first started, I only had 2,000 followers. I've grown that Instagram on my own. That's my original Instagram from 2012.
Yeah.
So I grown all that organically. Right. That is my original. I've grown it, and it ain't easy. But I also realize I'm not that bad at it because I have a couples page I just started that's growing. You know, so I'm like, okay. And even with my current girlfriend, I've changed her image drastically in a year.
I wanted to ask you, like, how have her experience, like, was she skeptical in the beginning, and now now she engaging? Because she looks like that she just will be to herself. She look like the type of spirit that, you know what I'm saying, she not gonna say nothing to you unless you say something to her first. Like, you know, she ain't trying to step on nobody's toes.
Truthfully, we're both the same sign, but we're completely different. We're both Aquarius, but she's February, I'm January, and the months do matter. Okay, because I'm actually on the cusp. I'm a Capricorn Aquarius, so I definitely have a lot of Capricorn in me. Sadly, I do. Yeah. But for her, because she's from DC, she's been out here, new environment, and she's been in Texas for like 10 years, and still knows nothing about Texas. So that lets you know how closed off she is, because 10 years and you still know nothing about Texas. Yeah. So honestly, and that's been something like her family has like this weird issue with me because they feel like I'm changing her, but that's something that that's another thing that I've been learning. When people don't see your potential, they don't see what you could become, and they don't realize that it don't take a lot. Somebody could open the door and you could feel like that person is precious and I want to be like them, and that person could change your life overnight. Like, it don't take a lot. Some people just need to push. Honestly, I feel like she basically has expressed to me before that she grew up feeling kind of the same as me, that she would never have these opportunities. I honestly feel like she enjoys it because it's something she would have never did. I do tell people, I feel like the best thing about doing content is you're forced to do things that you would never do on a normal basis. Yeah,
or on camera.
Right. Like, even when we do small challenges like pieing each other. Who randomly does that? God. But it's like, these are fun things, though. They're fun. Yeah. And it's like, in a way, it's really fun to make content if you don't let it work you. Facts. It's fun until it becomes a job. So I feel like she just really enjoys it. I feel like she enjoys a different aspect of life. Because it's like some people, and because I've been doing this so long, I forgot how it feels to be on the outside. Some people watch our videos and really feel like we're paid actors, that like they don't realize that we're normal people that just record videos. Yeah. Some people really see us as big people. Yeah. Like, I didn't realize that being a YouTuber, to kids, you're a celebrity. It took me a long time realizing that, because now I have so many kids that like stop me, and I'll be like, they're like, oh, people, they'll be like, oh, we watch your YouTube. I didn't realize that outside looking in, you feel like this is so much work. Yeah. But I mean, it is a lot of work. But I've been doing it so long that I've adapted to it. This is my way of life. Yeah. You know, I don't feel like I'm doing anything normal. I edit my video, I post it, and then I go to Kroger. Yeah. And then I come home and I cook, and I record cooking. But I didn't realize that some people, they don't even have time to do that. So they could never see themselves doing that. No, so for real. So I appreciate the fact that she enjoys it. Yeah. And I appreciate the fact that I opened that door for her, because I feel like she was one of those people that probably would have just lived every day doing the same thing.
Yeah, same.
A lot of people just work, come home.
And now she's
work,
getting
come home.
different experiences. You know what I'm saying? Fun
Right.
experiences, like how you said at that. You know, it's not no scripted, acted type experiences.
Right.
Man. So she enjoying herself while the people are, reacting, giving good reviews, making,
The only
y'all
thing I had
feel
to teach her how to adapt to was the comments.
yeah.
How people feel, because
Yeah, because it ain't always good, though.
What?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I've learned to play on it, though. Like, at the end of the day, you don't normally see bigger. Like, I got paid to ride a bull, a real bull. You don't see big people doing that. And honestly, I don't see why I did it. But honestly, that's part of me being me.
Yeah.
Honestly, a lot of my content I do because I know no other big person's going to do it.
Yeah.
I do it because I want to break the barrier. So, yeah, I got paid to ride the bull, but I could have still declined it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I did it because in my mind, I'm like, there's going to be a big girl out there. Like, man, if she could do it, I could do it. You know? So I'm going to do it. But if I would have, got really hurt or died or something, it would have been worth it, you know? But
is there things that you got proposed to do and you declined?
Yeah.
Well, besides, I'm sure all the weird under the table ass type of stuff, but
I mean, I've gotten like funny proposals, like when the crate challenge was trending.
Oh, okay.
Man, I had people trying to pay me to do that so bad. No, like, I'm sorry, but I'm a big person. I've been big my whole life.
Yeah.
I know what's going to happen by the time I hit the third crate. I know I'm going down. So if I do make it to the top, I know it's going to hurt really bad.
No, for
like, I know this.
And
falling on top of crates, that does not sound, no.
No, for real.
No, I know my limits. Like, there's certain things, like, I will do, like, even my own, like stunts. I've done them, like, I do a skit where I got hit by a car. I'm like, okay, well, tap me. Just please don't hit me. Like, tap me with the car. I can make it look real.
Yeah.
Like, I'll go that far.
Yeah.
But certain things I cannot do because I also know my health. I also, that's the thing.
Facts.
That's another hard thing because in this world of content creation, a lot of people don't know what people go through.
Facts.
So I do, because I'm a big creator and I do comedy, I could get invited to do a donut eating contest tomorrow. I'm probably going to do it. But you don't know I'm probably going to be at the hospital after that because I'm a diabetic, So sometimes now I've had to learn how to be like, nah, I can't do it. Like, nah, this is not good for me. But I also realized that it's partially my fault because I wasn't open about it. I wasn't speaking on it because I was ashamed of it at one point. One point, I was embarrassed to have health issues. And it was like, I used to question it like, bro, I got friends that's 3 times my size and they in complete good health. Like, how? But I can't even eat a Snicker. Like, doesn't make sense. But then I realized, like, that's not my journey. My journey is this one, and I gotta deal with it. So it's like now I realize, like, okay, I can just advocate for people with diabetes. I can talk more about it.
Right.
So I've been more open about different things that I'm going through or different things I've had to experience. Even taking Ozempic, like all these different things, I've been open about it. But it definitely plays a part because it's awkward. Like, when people don't understand something, it's awkward trying to explain it. Like, like if we do a skit and you trying to feed me a Twinkie and I didn't know you was going to do that. Now I got to, like, either bite the Twinkie, or, like, play it off or, like, try to redirect it, And then you like, why you don't eat the Twinkie? I'm like, well, I can't eat that.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean you can't eat that? How big girls like Twinkies? Like, what do you mean I can't eat that? Like, so, I don't know. Different things play a part, but I feel like my whole experience is unique. Because I feel like every avenue, I've had a different obstacle than most people around me. So I feel like they've...
In a good time span, too.
Right.
Because that's what, like, me hearing the story, like, from... And then you really didn't have no full game plan of what you want to be, So, and the universe just been putting you through this challenge. Try this. Do this, Yeah,
at one point, I just want to be seen. Like, I really technically, my big break kind of came in 2019 for Trey Day. So, that's when I really, like, got the leap into everything. So, I would say 2019 to now, that's what... 6 years.
Yeah.
Literally 6 years of me going from this being this to this to this.
Yeah.
I just did stand up for the first time
Yeah,
last
well,
year.
we was gonna get into stand up. How that experience was.
Stand up's not bad. Okay, so I did take a break from stand up because I felt like as an entrepreneur, I don't want to disrespect nobody's craft. Because when I first walked into the stand-up club, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like every stand-up comedian in there hated my guts.
You ain't a real comedian.
I'm not a real comedian. First thing, most stand-up comedians really don't have big followings because all of them can't be Jeff Shelley's.
Guaranteed.
Jeff Shelley still got most of, his big following because he also does social media skits and all of that. He does movies, so it's like, some people just like, once you in one lane and you just do that, it's harder because sometimes some crossovers, you could blow up in this, like Rihanna, blow up as a singer, decide you don't never want to sing again because we still want that album. And then you go do this and then you become good at it, but you already took a fan base from here to there. So it helps. So when I walked in, I came in with about 20,000 followers, done skits, and worked with all these big people.
Yeah.
And I do improv skits, and we plan them. And these people stand up here and tell jokes for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's intimidating because as they're going, I'm like, dang. And I really didn't write nothing because I'm gonna forget. I ain't gonna lie, I'll be smoking weed, so I was gonna forget. So I'm one of those people, I can remember the topic. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna talk about this, but I can't remember each joke.
Yeah.
I can remember, like, I knew I was gonna start, and that was it. I was like, I'm gonna start with this, and I'm gonna try to stick to this topic. If they laugh, we're gonna go here. If they don't laugh, we're gonna go here.
Yeah.
That's all I knew, and so I'm watching them, and I'm just like, man, I was terrified because my first time doing it, I think my set was like 7 minutes, and I'm doing it with my cool Ash, which and mind you, I still see I don't try to downplay myself, but I tell people a lot of times, where you go depends on how you see yourself. I don't see myself as a big creator. I still see myself as somebody trying to figure it out. So I still be a little excited to meet big creators because I probably done watched you a few times, right? So I'm doing her show, and it's all these other people that I've seen their sets before. So I'm just like, okay. And honestly, I was like, it's really about how you start with stand-up. I'm not gonna lie, the first minute is hard. If nobody laughs within that first minute, you probably screwed.
Shit.
You probably screwed because it's like once they sat there for a couple minutes and listened to you and nobody's laughed, they already made up their mind that you suck.
Yeah.
So I will say, thankfully, I haven't had no shows where nobody's laughed. I will say that.
Sure.
I just try to start like hard. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I really winged it one time. I've learned that sometimes it's better to be a little tipsy. It helps get over the stage fright. So I was wondering why all the comedians be at the
super
bar.
Sober, girl, you would be in your brain.
Bruh, and the one time, okay, that is one bad show I had. One time I did a show sober.
Yeah.
Terrible. It's terrible because you can't tune everything out. People were heckling me and I couldn't stop hearing them.
Yeah.
So it was like, at some point, I'm like, I'm going to just let her talk. I'm like, oh, wait, I'm supposed to be talking. Damn, I didn't let her talk for 2 minutes. I might as well just walk off at this point. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, it was bad. And I think that was low-key my last show. And I think I took that break. Because I was like, so that's when I started realizing something switched in my mental. Because it was like, I couldn't shake her that day. And it was just an old lady, bro. It was an old lady. And I can't forget it because it was so mad. I'm like, bro, I've had all these other people. And this old lady just ruined this for me. I don't get it. Yeah. But it's more so like, it's really just how you start. So it was one time I was tipsy and I literally didn't have no material because I just got asked to do the show like the day before. So I literally got up there and was like, I cannot suck dick. And I just started with that. That was my opening line and everybody laughed. And I was like, bet. Let me tell you why I can't suck dick.
Why do you wouldn't laugh? What the fuck? Because that's a surprise.
Right. Like, I didn't know what I was going to say. So I just thought that was the first thing that came to my mind. And then I just went into why I couldn't. And that's what I'm talking about, how I can't breathe. Big girls can't breathe. We have struggles. Like, you want me to do all this and breathe at the same time when my lungs already covered with fat? It's hard. So I just went into that, and eventually, time was up, and I was like, whew, good, because I didn't know where I was going with this. I was starting to run out of ways to make this connect now. And I ain't gonna lie, I applaud people can do like hour sets.
Yeah.
Please. Well, I did a 10-minute set. That was my longest set before. And I ain't gonna lie, they do have a little timer up there to where we can see it. So y'all can't see it, but the whole time y'all think I'm staring at y'all. I'm like,
they
still got 5 more minutes. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, my boy Black Smooth, he be involved with us, but going to his comedy shows,
I've heard that name.
Yeah, Black Smooth the Barber.
Okay, yes.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
heck yeah, but with him and him doing his comedy shows and him doing comedy skits and stuff like that, I got to see, like, be front row seeing how stand-up is, like the setting. Because, us growing up, we wasn't going to no comedy shows and shit. We weren't worried about comedy. We were clubbing, partying, beaking, the Young Nation, everywhere. But now, as of, like how you say, our age, being in areas of our age or whatever type, and seeing them up there, yeah. And I saw some that didn't have it. I saw some that naturally have it. I saw some stumble, you know what I'm saying, and pick it back up, all that type. So, yeah, I applaud y'all for sure for doing that. Like,
well, I applaud them because what? I was like, I see why y'all looked at me like I was stupid, because then also a lot of them don't do skits. So it's like I've seen some of them try to cross into what I've been doing, and they not as good at it because it's not the same formatting. Like, it's not like you got to be good at, like, I do improv skits, as in, like, I can't do scripts because I'm actually currently right now in 2 different movies, and I've done a few short films on YouTube as well. So it's like, and every time I mess up with the script, because I'm more like tell me the key words on this sentence. And
then I'm an organic.
You want me to say this whole thing, or do I just got to make sure I say this part?
Yeah.
Because we could sit here and say we're going to do a skit on cheating, and, like, you could give me a script, and I promise you I'm going to say something else. Yeah. But I feel like that's what makes it more organic and funnier. Yeah, for sure. I like to catch you off guard. But I do that even with, like, big people. Like, when I've done skits with Funny Mike, he'll be telling me, like, yeah, and I want you to say this, and I want you to say that. I'm like, okay, cool. As soon as camera start rolling, I say everything opposite. I just say what I was going to say, what I had in my head to say already. I'm going to say that, and if you really don't like it, then I'll say what you want me to say. Because I feel like I'm funnier naturally. Myself. Yeah, like, I don't need all of that.
You have that natural human funny spirit. And you naturally, like, nah, that's nice. That's nice off top. So, that's all of the experiences, from when you were chefing, you say 2016 all the way to now. What's your future plans? What do you see yourself or, like, leading to? Even though your brand, TheRealKreshai, earlier I said TheRealKreshai, I fucked up, but the brand, TheRealKreshai, is, like, really, like, multi, what's the word? Like, you just involved with everything, though.
Right.
Yeah, me, I don't know. Based on what I hear, I see for sure more movies. Because it's like, it seems like you're very great into knocking out your role, whatever you're in the position that they put you in.
That's what I really love.
You elite, you know what I'm saying, execute your role for sure. That's what it's like, sounds like.
I definitely want to do more movies. That's something that I really have been, like, trying to focus more on. I also definitely want to get more into doing more. Like, right now, the struggle for me is trying to fuse everything. Okay. I want to still, like, I feel like I can't completely abandon cooking, because it's like, I do still do catering every now and then, and it's like, I got pop up like, oh yeah, I cooked for these celebrities today, and then don't post for 6 months, So it's like, I kind of want to do like, so my idea for this podcast that I wanted to do, right? I felt like it was going to be a fusion. So, like, I literally wanted to do, like, In Living Color, 85 South show, cooking show, fusion. Like, and I know it probably sounds crazy, but, like, something like let's say we do commercial breaks right now in this podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
But every time we do a commercial break, the commercial break is a skit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a skit based on whatever the topic was of the podcast that day. Right. Then you could do some episodes where we cooking and talking. Still incorporate the skits. Still incorporate the acting. Still incorporate the funny. I want to basically, my main focus right now is figuring out how to brand myself in something that I can do effortlessly and still do everything else. Yeah. Meaning, like, I want to have something going on for myself that I can do every day, and it don't take away from the fact that I still want to grow as a person. Because truthfully, I feel like I can, my business, my catering business, Kreshai's Kitchen, I actually want to do a BBW clothing line at some point. It's like, it's a lot of things I want to do that all scream who I am as a person. Everything I want to tap into has to do with what I already represent. Yeah. So I really just want to grow in that. I can become a business person. I feel like at some point, truthfully, I feel like I might just decide I don't want to be on camera no more, and I want to help run behind the camera. Like,
no bullshit.
I feel like the opportunities are endless because you never know. Like, with me being a chef, I could end up cooking for Obama tomorrow and then blow up with that. And now I got to focus on this for 2 years. I could have a video go super viral tomorrow on YouTube, and now I got to do that. My couples content could do numbers, and then we blow up as a YouTube. Like, with all the different things I do, the opportunity for me to capitalize on each one or all of them at the same time are endless. So, for the future, I just really want to be me. Continue being me, continue growing, but I do want to stamp something. So that's now the phase I'm in. After my show, the reality show that I was doing was a BBW show. And after it got taken from me, it kind of made it hard for me because when I was trying to figure out what was next for me, I was thinking realities were doing well. I could easily do a motivational BBW show, capitalize that, do 20 seasons, put people on, blow up as a BBW mogul. That was, but then when it got taken from me, it made me feel like, look, I'm going to do it again. Yes, I'm going to do it again in the future, but I need to get my money up to fund it because I already funded it. So I got to fund it again. I got to get another production team, so right now I'm just like, I need to work on me. I can't keep helping people. I need to work on me. So right now, like, most of my content is working on me, which is why I've really been like leaning more towards doing the podcast because I feel like the best thing I can do is be honest and be genuine, and I feel like that's the best platform to do it. Yeah. Well, I can sit down and I can just drop the gems. I ain't got to feel bad about helping one person in the closet when I could just drop the gems. At the end of the day, people appreciate authenticity.
They will.
So.
Especially, like, just naturally you. Because that was a good answer for sure with saying that you want to end it with being you. Because I look at it just, you should just reality TV the brand.
And that's what
I look at. And the brand is you.
And that's what I'm saying, because people don't realize I could grow as an entity.
Yes.
I can grow as me. And it's to the point, I want to be one of those people that you love me so much that I could drop a book tomorrow and everybody buy it just because they love me. So it's like, my brand is me. So the more I grow, the more my supporters enjoy me, the more doors open for me to be me. Because then at that point, once you love Kreshai, I can put Kreshai on anything. It probably will sell. Then I could drop an ebook helping y'all, and y'all would know that I'm genuinely trying to do it, and it's worth the buying. So it's like, that's why I wanted to do it. And I kind of already have a name, but I was like debating because I really just wanted to be Kreshai Unfiltered. Just me, but more the me that I've been afraid to unreveal. Like, I don't speak on certain things that have happened to me because at one point I was afraid, because when you feel like you small, you really feel like people got the power to hurt you.
Guaranteed.
So once I stopped feeling like people got the power to hurt me, now I'm like, man, I should have did this. I should have did this. So now I want to talk about it. Now I want to express, and I want to help other people, and I want to talk about good topics. Like, I'm smart. I got a degree people don't know about. Like, Like, there's a lot of things. I'm a layered person. There's a lot of layers to me. People
sure.
don't know. So I want to open all of that. Like, you know.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, you're already doing it. If you ask me.
Well, thank you.
You're already doing it. You're already, like I keep saying, you're already the real Kreshai, the brand, the entity got involved. You're multi-talent, multi-experienced. You're already doing it. I'll just say keep doing it. But I understand that you want to create, because in your mind you're looking at it as, based off what I'm hearing, in your mind you're looking at it as you being on other people's platforms and making a killing. You want to make a killing on your own.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And with you already doing your YouTube, like how I said, like I see reality show of you, you know what I'm saying? Like how the Kardashians, but you're just one you.
Right.
It's not like a whole group of people. It's just straight you. And with it being straight you, and your experiences, your vlogs, your expressions, your reviews, and whoever other people you bring upon on your platform, on your brand,
right?
However you're publishing it, or I just look at a reality podcast, basically. Just, and your platform is already YouTube. You already got the first, outlet that you're on.
Right.
Just, and you're already you. It's just that I know it's the cameraman, the production that you like probably have to solidify. Get some people that will want to come and record and edit and help you with producing your plans and projects and stuff.
Right, but the only good thing that helps me with that is that I'm very, very authentic on my YouTube. I don't even have a car. And I really, I've been carless for a year, but it's, life be lifing.
Yeah.
So I told him,
real.
I'm out here enjoying the experiences for free, eating for free, don't even got a car.
Mm-hmm.
So, as in, I'm okay with starting my podcast on my couch if I have to.
Yeah.
With growing it, because I feel like it only adds to me being me. Like, at one point, when I did have my car, it had no bumper. And I was literally in my videos like, y'all like my videos, get new bumper. I don't have nothing to hide. I've always been an open book, because I feel like even life experiences, what's the point of being ashamed of it if you did it? What's the point of being ashamed of the life you live when you're living it? If I can't change it overnight, what should I be ashamed for? I'm obviously not gonna go buy a new bumper. So everybody I drive past see my bumper.
Yeah.
So why should I be ashamed if y'all know I don't got one?
Facts. There's other people they ain't got no window.
Right.
Ain't got no seat in their car.
Why should I?
It's worse. So
I just feel like I'm even with starting that, I was okay with starting it on my couch and letting them see the growth of that. Because
enough talk, not to cut you off, but enough talk started in my house.
Right.
I used my living room and my dining room. My dining room where the sit downs was at. Interviewed urban politician, Young Daisy, had a lot of different people, different people in my house.
Young Daisy, what happened to him?
No, he bro be in Cali with Taylor Gang. He's with Taylor Gang.
Oh yeah, he did. Okay,
he come out here all the time and do shows and
I just
do all
don't see him
time.
on Instagram no more.
Nah, he active, but but that's bro. Shout out to Young Daisy all the way. But having him, even though in my mind I was like, all right, this my house, but outside of enough talk of what I do off top as a hustler, whatever type, I can't bring everybody in my house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's super value, this my castle type shit or whatever. So, and then it leading to where, we was mobile with it, pulling up on people, all that. So, like how you said, you been giving your support system and your universe raw. So, I just say start it. Whatever you think of, start it. Because you are already in process. And everybody that supports you, they don't support you because you was on other people's stuff. They follow you because of you. You know what I'm saying? So you already have that audience already there where everybody love you as you, the entity, as the real Kreshai.
Yeah, and that's true. I just got tired of pulling. My YouTube ain't did 1 million views yet.
Yeah.
But it was I felt like I was pulling in millions and millions of views on other people's stuff.
Yeah.
And it was dang,
Yeah.
y'all like me being with this person,
Yeah.
but not by myself.
Yeah.
So then it was like just trying to figure out like it's easy to do a collab with somebody and do something with somebody that's popular because you know it's gonna do well. But it's like, what can I do by myself that does well?
Mm-hmm.
That's the hard thing.
But you know,
it's like
this content creating is a dice roll.
no
Because
facts.
same with us with the interviews. Some interviews hit. We'll think we get Lil Wayne up in here and get only one view. And we'll get a local, you know what I'm saying? And he'll pull off 1 million or whatever.
Right.
You know, it's a dice roll. So I just say keep rolling. Like
Facts.
how you've been rolling in all different fields and categories.
Right.
On their ass. Like, you know, yeah, they probably know how to publish it or display it better. But, you know, the people really like you and you're getting your percentage of, you know, that for sure, of audience for sure. So right now, I feel like you just apply pressure on their ass.
Like, even with that award, the award show I just saw you at.
Yeah.
I had no, like, literally, I got a DM, was like, oh, you've been nominated, you need to come to this award show. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Then I was like, oh, you won. What award show? When did I get nominated?
Yeah.
Who nominated?
The Trap Awards.
I was trying to figure all that out. Like, I literally was so shocked.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay.
There you go.
Okay.
They let you know that people watching. I know for your striving for that specific mark to show you that people are watching. But they already is, though. I'm not gonna lie. Even bad comments, you having bad comments are good. Having all good is cool, but when you have them bad comments,
bad comments, bad comments get you paid.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's how you know you hit.
If they ain't being mean to you in your comments, you ain't doing enough.
At all.
Because the meaner they are, the more they're watching. They will watch just to be mean. And that, I do have a lot of those. I will say that. Like on YouTube, they be like, yeah, I'm like, yeah. Let me go argue with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, come back to the next one. Argue
and
again.
You legally can do that
right.
because of your comedy lane.
Right.
You know, comedian can do the most and it would not be nothing as
and
bad. They can say the most. They legally can do and say whatever.
And that's true.
Yeah.
But that also hurts with the multiple lanes.
Thanks.
Because me being a comedian, I can say anything. But with me being a BBW role model, it's like even some of my skits that I've done, like BBW skits.
Okay.
Some of them don't go well with that community because it's like self-shame to them, you know? So it's like sometimes I have to fluctuate. I'll drop a skit, then backdoor with a motivational skit. Or I have to just be honest. Like I've done videos where I've talked about the fact that, I probably let somebody call me fat in a video, but those people that I work with most times ask me, is this okay? Is this okay? Like, they don't just come out and shame me. Because at one point, my mom didn't even like my content. Like, she didn't like my content because she felt like I was letting people fat shame me. But it was like, no, I'm not just letting people fat shame me. We're actually having conversations about, you can call me this. You can say that. But
they're going to say it anyway.
Right.
Like
but I'm at the point where if it's for content, cool. Just can't do it outside of content. Because I can play my role, you know? So if it's for content, go ahead. Say what you got to say. Get it off your chest. But if we ain't recording, ain't no camera filming, don't say that to me.
Yeah. And I like how you explaining that you trying to satisfy all your different categories that you've been in, all of the audience of different categories. But, you know, with that, like, trying to keep the bar, you know, the bar leveled out with different bars or whatever type, it's kind of tough.
It's impossible.
You know what I'm saying? So with you saying that, it's like, I feel like regardless, they gonna love you for being you. Because you remind me of like Monique, the comedian Monique. You know how organic and true she is. I want to meet her
so bad.
Yeah, like I see for sure.
With her, man.
Hey, I see like y'all will be a great like collab and do some great work because I see that trueness in that real spirit, like, you know, that you give. Like, you just giving straight up the truth. And you saying what people thinking to say, people scared to say, all that type of shit. And regardless, people love it. Yeah, you know, they love it regardless. I'm sure they probably ain't telling you that. They probably telling you the opposite because they want you to become this or turn in or do this instead or whatever. But what you're doing is for sure working regardless. So it leads to where you're titled as Houston favorite BBW. So where did that come from? Like, where did you get that title?
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. That was really petty. It was petty because Houston has other BBWs that are popular. Like Big Jazz. Okay,
Yeah.
she's very popular.
Shout out to Jazz for sure.
And we actually found we were related. But we don't have the best relationship. We don't have the best relationship. And I this is my thing. And if you ever see this, certain people don't realize that I give everybody credit. I've always said she played a big part on how I built confidence, how I got into the industry. She helped me even meet people. I've never discredited that. But when people get in between people and they start trying to play them against each other, it plays. It sometimes works. Like, people been comparing Beyonce and Rihanna, and they have nothing in common. And that's how I feel. People was comparing us, and we're two different people. I started off as a chef, but the crossover to something that is her lane, I think, created the issue with us. Okay. But when I honestly feel like I started calling myself that because I started to feel like there was only one known BBW in Houston. I started to feel like anytime you think about BBWs, that's the only one you thought about. So I self-proclaimed it because it was like, truthfully, that may be the only one everybody knows. She has a bigger following, but I'm the only one y'all see. I'm at every event. I'm doing my part. Yeah. I'm popping out. I'm in videos. I'm branching out. So I just felt like I needed my credit for that. So I proclaimed it.
I understand. Now, for real, all the way. But the same way how you did that, like as a putting in their face and grabbing the throne that way, I feel like you should do that with your content. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, put in their face, claim what's yours, put your foot down, be firm, make people have to put in their work to, you know what I'm saying, be next to you. But I understand as if you love the experience naturally, regardless if you get following or not, you just love whatever role or opportunity people bring to you.
I love, like, what? I was a star BBW in one of DJ Cho's music videos. When I say I love experiencing new things, like, I live off experience. So I could honestly, like, when I do say when I get down, I have days where I literally forget all the things I've done. Yeah. And I be depressed. And I have to remember, like, bro, I've done so much stuff that a lot of people haven't done. But it's like, it's not a focus. I don't do music videos all the time, so I'm not gonna think about it. But then when I think about the song, how popular the song is, you probably seen the music video and just don't realize it's me. Yeah. Because it's like I've done so many different things where I forgot I did. But I was in the BFB music video. You ever watched it?
I recall you in the music video.
Yeah, I was in that one. Unfortunately, I was sucking ice cream lollipops. But in my defense, they recorded every girl doing a B-roll of it, and somehow I guess I'm the only one did it well because I'm the only one in the video doing it. Like, it was like, oh, me and my mom was watching, and I was like, she's like, you're sucking ice cream. I was like, well, everybody did it. I don't know how they didn't make the cut, but all of us did it. Just this clip. So, but I've done a lot of things. I really just enjoy experiencing life. Like, I enjoy, like, one of my mottos is I always say, life is a bucket list. Like, as in, when I go, I want to have a lot of things checked off. You will. I don't want to go and be like, well, I worked at Walmart every day and took care of my kids. That's it. I want to actually say, like, I lived life. Like life didn't live me. I lived life. Like, and I think that's why. So I just enjoy doing new things. Yeah. Whether it does well or not, I enjoy the experience.
Heck yeah, that's nice. I just say keep enjoying, keep creating, just lead into where you're bringing that creation straight from your platform, because I understand your mission all the way. I can hear what you're trying to get done all the way.
I think I just get too excited though. Nah, I be wanting to do too much. Like, I just named 20 things I do, and I really want to be a rapper.
This woman want to rap too.
Like,
I just say you're just trying to satisfy every support system that you have.
That or just every urge in my body.
Well, shit, that's where you recorded and do it.
Right, like
You know what I'm saying?
I got a
Just-
parody song, but I never dropped it because it's bad. It's
Shit,
terrible.
you.
But I'm a comedian, so
I'm
it's like
about
I
to-
could drop it, you know.
exactly.
But
JJ
it's like,
Fish dropped some shit in.
and I see.
50 Tyson.
I
Super
thought about
Hot in
doing
them.
that too, you know. But it's like that'd be my thing. Like I'm one of those people. I just love creating. So it's like
Just create.
anything. I feel like when you create, you can technically create in any field, in
Facts.
any place. So it's like, yeah, like I'm real close with Sunny the rapper. Love her. But every time I listen to her music and I be rapping, I be feeling it, I be like, oh my God. Just wish I had a song to myself that I could just feel like this. I feel like I could deliver. But I just can't write.
No,
I've tried. It's terrible. It's like Dr. Seuss. Can't write.
Hey, but the weakest shit be hits.
Sadly.
Today's time. You know
But,
what I'm saying? Everything that's trash is a hit.
Rest in peace, Angie Stone. Because I want to definitely be like legendary. If I'm going to do me, because I hate saying this, because anytime black people say this, like, do it. No, I actually can't sing. So I used to sing in the choir and I used to play piano. Like I said, I do a lot of things. I used to play piano.
Hey.
And I stopped doing it because singing is something I love to do, but I don't like people know I can do it. So I'm like, I could rap. I really can't rap. Like I really never rapped, but I would rather put out rapping than singing because I feel like singing is harder critiqued. You don't actually know how to rap. Have to know how to rap to be a good rapper.
For sure. It just got to rhyme at the
But
end.
if I sing, I better sound like
You gotta have
Beyonce.
a vocal.
Right, I better
Sure,
have
no
it. So
crackle.
I don't want to take that risk because I feel like I could sing to myself. And I sung enough for my church, but you don't know if my choir was good. So
And hey, they not gonna tell you did bad at church.
right. So like I was decent at playing the piano,
Yeah.
but I couldn't read music. It was like
Yeah.
drumline. I only knew how to play that one song by
Yeah.
memory. And after that, I tried to be Alicia Keys, and I gave up.
Man, like I say, just do it. Just record it, do it, serve it to them like how you serving them plates.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? The plates for sure they gotta pay for it, but of course with
Facts.
the content, put that shit, just serve it.
I need to bring
it.
you some food because you've never had it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna make that my duty and bring you some food at some point. Because
That's a bit. Appreciate
Yes.
it all the way though, but I'm glad we got this out the way because we supposed to been
facts.
chopped it up since seeing you at RR, and that was like last year or 2 years ago type.
Facts.
So heck yeah, and like I said, we've been watching you since 2022.
So I know that you do podcasts.
Mhm.
You know, that's all you do. Like I can get you in a skit or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
My past, like saying 2006 to 2014, I used to be a party promoter out there in A-Leaf. Like,
When
so,
you say 2006,
yeah, that's
it's
like
like
ninth
letting
grade.
everybody know, like you old.
Man, because
Like-
I gotta give a year span. You know, people be like, back then I did this and that.
Right.
But you gotta understand them times. That's when like Facebook, we just received Facebook. You know what I'm saying? We just
Right.
received the beginning tools of what everybody using now.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was in that on YouTube, jigging and stuff, doing me and my jerking crew or little click and stuff, doing shit like that. So I did entertainment.
People don't realize you got to live multiple lives to
Yeah.
figure out which life is for you. Like you
doing
know,
all of that, enough talk is all of that in one.
like what? Who was it? What Summer Walker was a maid before she blew up. Like people literally be having multiple careers before they find the one that makes them
Facts.
comfortable. Like,
Facts.
because truthfully, I tell you, I don't want to be rich. I don't really want to
Yeah.
be rich. I don't want to be having a huge house. I just want to be comfortable. I
Yeah.
want to be able. To me, rich is being able to like. Oh, I want to go to Jamaica tomorrow. Book the plane ticket.
Yeah.
Like that's rich. I
I
want to
just
be
wanna
able to be rich in experiences and be able to
Yeah.
just pack up and go. Like I could live in a normal four bedroom, 2-story
Facts.
house and have a Rolls Royce in the front. I'm okay with that.
Oh God.
It doesn't have to be gated. Just don't rob me. Like I'm okay. Like I don't want that
Yeah.
because more money does bring more problems.
Guarantee it does, you know. That's why I say my experience, I just want to be around happy experiences with family, basically. You know what I'm saying? And then whatever with the youth trying to do, helping them, because that's going to be a re-experience. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You know, be involved with
People
youth,
need to
but-
be smart
Yeah.
because people get $1 million and go buy a big house. Do you know with $1 million you go buy 30 houses?
Facts.
like 30 abandoned houses and fix them all
The
up.
thing is,
and
it's
still
about
spend
keeping
less.
$1 million. Once you get that $1 million, it's about keeping a certain average amount of money.
I ain't gonna lie.
You
Right
know?
now, we are talking like people who don't got $1 million. Because I ain't gonna lie to you. If $1 million hit my account right now, I probably think of 30 things to go buy. Truthfully.
Facts.
But I do know that I would not allow myself to not save and invest some of that.
Facts.
Like I probably $1 million right now, I probably blow through $100K.
Guarantee.
I know I'm blowing
10% gonna get through.
Yeah, I'm blowing at least 10%. Just the day I probably get it.
Facts.
I'm not gonna lie.
But I want up my living wage to where I can manage.
Right, I'm about to go pay
Now-
all my debts and go probably get a new car and fix all the things around the house.
rent,
I'm not finna go
And
move
you
out the
can't
house.
pay that $10,000 rent. You get in the house, $10,000 mortgage, or you know what I'm saying.
$10,000
And-
mortgage. The house need to pay itself at that point.
Hey,
Please.
facts, though, all the way. Like I say, glad to have you on.
Thank you.
Appreciate it
This was
for the
great.
interview. Yeah, this was a great session for
Yeah.
sure. The Real Kresha. I said it right.
No.
Real Kresha.
The
Sorry.
Ricochet.
It's because, like, with me, it's the comfortableness when it comes to, like,
I understand.
the literacy or whatever type with English and all that shit. So, my bad with the flow of that.
Real question. You didn't say your name not one time.
E.T. I said E.T. Enough Talk in the beginning.
That's not your name.
Yeah, E.T.
No,
my
because I'm not
initials.
gonna call you that.
That's my initials.
I get it. That's your initial, but that's initials for your real name.
Yes.
Oh, so what's your real name? Like Ernest?
No.
Oh, okay. Eric.
No. Everybody think Eric too.
Like Ernest. Like that's old people name.
Yeah.
Eric.
Nah. And then the way my name's spelled, you wouldn't think that it's a E with my.
You African American or you like that's Nigerian or something?
No, I'm African American.
Cause look, I'm trying to think of names that start with an E.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look,
But
I'm about to start saying
It's spelled
Nigerian
with an X.
names.
It's spelled. People normally spell it with an X, but
Exactly.
mine's is spelled with an E.
Oh, that's different.
So yeah,
That's
you know. And then shit, me having that in the initial shit, I started my uniqueness, weirdness, alienness, or whatever. I started. ET became the brand. You know what I'm saying? And then I
I like
was
that.
damn near before Enough Talk. Just to give some history, I was trying to start a marketing like promo team of everything promotions because
Mhm.
like with me, I love getting involved with everything. People bring me executive producer or styling or whatever the type shit or whatever, but it led to this in 2019.
You need
so
to start doing that.
that's later
Interviewing
though.
brands. And,
Yeah, I do
and
business interviews.
You do that?
Yeah.
You do restaurants and stuff?
Yeah.
What? Take me on one so I get some free food.
Guaranteed, like, and
What? Go to a good one.
so we in
be
our
good.
5th year now, and now we got the team. Now they finna start seeing all of that back.
Well,
I already
look,
planted the seed.
I would love to be a part of
Bet.
something. I could host some events.
Bet.
I've also done MCing at clubs before. I could do that too. Like what?
She gonna hype their ass up.
Right, I could do that too.
Okay.
Look.
Now for sure, get you involved for sure. Cause even like I say, with us been trying to get this done, you know, it'll be my life be life and your life be life and everything happened for a reason though. Cause this is a cool vibe. Like I see your mission for sure. And like I like the story and how the universe help you with opportunities and experiences. You know what I'm saying? All that type. So yeah.
Your
And,
fan base mostly Houston or like
it's a
every-
Texas Culture podcast.
Oh,
So it's
great. So
Texas.
everybody see it in Texas.
Yeah.
So everybody watching this in Texas.
And really, this is for the outside people to learn about Texas.
Big.
You know what I'm saying?
But
So
if you
they
in
know.
Texas, in Houston, Texas, and you watching this,
Yeah.
and you just happen to sell cars to influencers,
Yeah.
DM me.
I got you.
I come do some skits for cars.
Tap in. Cause,
Not fast.
nah, for real though. But we got TheRealKreshai. You know, you want to give them your social medias, where they can find you?
So my social media is TheRealKreshai on all platforms, but on Instagram it is Kreshay with 6 A's, KRESHAAAA.
Yeah.
But it'll come up as TheRealKreshai, my little sub thing.
Yeah.
So, and then my little link tree in there, and you'll be able to see everything else.
Yeah, y'all can hit her, book her, food, skits, commercials, ads, you know what I'm saying, reviewing, all of that type. This is like one of Houston's favorite BBW influencers, you know. So y'all tap in with her, TheRealKreshai.
Thank you.
Yeah. We are One Sound Vibe also, you know. Hey, that's enough talk for them boys.
stay. Switch 4 lanes, living the same.